Hello, and welcome back to the English Audio Lab. My name is Trevor.
And I'm Alicia. We are so happy you are here to learn with us today.
Today we have a very useful topic. We're going to talk about having a bad day.
That's right, we all have bad days sometimes. But how do you talk about it in English politely without sounding too negative or like you are complaining?
That is a very important point, Alicia. Expanding on that, let's talk about the nonverbal cues. What are your thoughts on how body language and tone of voice can affect how these phrases are received? Exactly. This is an important skill, especially in professional or social situations. Knowing the right words can help you share how you feel while still being positive and respectful. And that's our lesson for today. Mastering these small phrases can make a big difference in your daily conversations.
In this lesson, we will teach you three great phrases to use. We will practice them together so you feel confident using them in real life.
It really can. It's all about communicating clearly while also being mindful of the other person. That's a skill that's valuable in any language. Now, for our first phrase, Alicia, imagine a friend asks you, "How was your day?" If you had a bad day, what's a very direct, simple way to answer?
I might just say, it was bad, or my day was terrible.
Right, and that's okay with a very close friend, but how does that sound, Alicia?
It sounds a little strong, a little negative. The word terrible is a very powerful word.
It is, and sometimes we don't want to be so direct. Maybe we are talking to a coworker or a manager or someone we don't know very well.
Yes, in those cases, saying my day was terrible might be too much information, or it could make the other person feel uncomfortable.
So let's learn a better, more polite way to say this. Our first phrase is a wonderful one. It is, "It's been a bit of a long day."
Oh, I like that. It's been a bit of a long day. It sounds gentle. Trevor, what does a bit of mean here?
Great question. A bit or a little are words we use to make a statement softer or less strong. Instead of saying the day was long, which sounds like a complaint, we say it was a bit of a long day.
So it's like saying it was a little long. It communicates that the day was difficult, but in a very polite way.
Precisely. Now let's practice saying it. We'll say it slowly first. Please listen and then repeat. It's been a bit of a long day.
Your turn. It's been a bit of a long day.
Excellent. Now let's try it at a more natural conversational speed. Listen carefully. It's been a bit of a long day.
Now you say it. It's been a bit of a long day.
Great work. Now let's put it all together. Alicia, I'll say hello to you.
Okay.
Hi, Alicia. How are you doing?
Bye, Trevor. I'm okay, thanks. It's been a bit of a long day, but I'm happy to be home.
I understand. I hope you can relax this evening.
Thank you. I plan to.
Did you hear that? Alicia used a phrase perfectly. It told me she had a hard day without giving any negative details. It's a fantastic way to be honest while still being positive. It opens the door for the other person to show empathy without putting them in an awkward position. This is a sign of great emotional intelligence in conversation.
Excellent. Now for our second phrase. This one is also very common and useful. It is, I've had better days.
"I've had better days" is a classic understatement. You are implying that today is not a good day by comparing it to better ones. You mean today was not a good day, but you say it in a very indirect, soft way that is very polite. It allows you to be honest without using any strong negative words.
I notice it doesn't even use negative words like bad or not good. It focuses on the positive idea of better days. That feels very thoughtful.
That's a wonderful observation, Alicia. It's a classic example of polite, gentle English communication. Let's practice it.
Slowly first, listen and repeat. I've had better days.
Your turn. I've had better days.
Fantastic. Now at a natural speed. Listen, I've had better days.
Now you try. I've had better days.
Let's try this in a mini dialogue. This time, Trevor, I'll ask if you're okay.
I'm ready.
Hey, Trevor, you seem a bit quiet today. Is everything all right?
Thanks for asking, Alicia. To be honest, I've had better days.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, let me know if you want to talk about it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
See how that works? It's a simple and clear way to share your feelings without being unprofessional or too personal. It's honest, but it doesn't demand a long conversation or a solution from the other person. It allows them to simply acknowledge your feelings and move on, or to ask more if they have the time and desire to.
Time for our third and final phrase. This one is excellent for work situations. The phrase is, things have been a little challenging.
Things have been a little challenging. I like the word challenging. It sounds more professional than hard or difficult.
You are absolutely right. Challenging is a very professional word. It means something is difficult, but in a way that tests your skills and abilities. It implies you are actively working to overcome the difficulty, not just complaining about it. It frames the situation in a positive, proactive light.
So it shows you are being proactive, not just complaining. And we use a little again to soften it.
Correct. It is a fantastic phrase for talking about a tough project or a busy week at work. Let's practice. Slowly now. Things have been a little challenging.
Now you. Things have been a little challenging.
Well done. Now at a natural pace. Things have been a little challenging.
Your turn. Things have been a little challenging.
Perfect. Let's try a role play. Alicia, you're the manager, and I'm on your team.
Okay, I'm ready to be the boss. Hi, Trevor. How are things going with the quarterly report?
Hi, Alicia. It's moving forward. Things have been a little challenging with the new software, but we are learning and making progress.
I appreciate the update. It's good to know you're working through it. Let me know if your team needs any extra support.
Will do. Thank you.
That was a perfect example for the workplace. Trevor was honest about the difficulty, but he also showed he was in control and being professional. He didn't blame anyone or anything. He simply stated the situation in a neutral, constructive way. This builds trust with a manager.
Overwhelmed is a powerful word. It means you feel like you have too much to handle. Using a bit softens it, making it polite yet clear. What's that? Let's do a quick practice. Repeat after me. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed.
Your turn. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed.
Now at a natural pace. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed.
And you, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed.
This is great for work. If a manager asks you to take on another task, you could say, I can certainly look at that, but to be honest, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed at the moment. Could we prioritize my tasks?
Simple and kind. I like it. It shows you're listening and you care.
Another good one is, I hope things get better for you soon.
That one is very warm and encouraging. It shows you're on their side.
Or if it's the end of the day, you could say, well, take it easy this evening.
That's a nice way to tell someone to rest and relax. These are all so helpful. The key is just to be kind and show you care.
That's all it takes. And it's worth mentioning that this style of communication is very common in many English speaking cultures, like in the United States and the United Kingdom.
That's a fascinating point, Trevor. In some cultures, being very direct is seen as honest and efficient, but in others, indirect language is a way of showing politeness and respect for the other person's feeling.
Exactly. Using phrases like the ones we've practiced today signals emotional intelligence. It shows that you are aware of the social atmosphere and that you are choosing your words carefully.
It also invites the other person to engage, but doesn't force them. If they are busy or not in a position to talk, they can simply accept your polite phrase and move on.
But if they have the time and desire to help, they can ask a follow up question like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do?"
Now that we've explored the why behind these phrases, let's do a little more practice to make sure you feel confident. We'll give you a situation and you can think about which phrase would fit best.
Okay, situation number one. You are a student and you've just finished a very difficult exam. Your classmate asks you, "How did the test go?" What could you say?
You have a few good options. You could say, it's been a bit of a long day because studying and taking a test can be exhausting. Or you could say, I've had better days, which clearly suggests it was difficult.
Here's another one. Your boss asks for an update on a project that has been very complicated. You are making progress, but it's slow. What's a professional way to describe this?
This is a perfect time for our third phrase. You could say, things have been a little challenging, but we're on track. This is honest, professional, and reassuring. Well said, Alicia.
That's a great analysis, Alicia. Now let's talk about a few things to avoid. When you're having a bad day, it can be tempting to use very strong or dramatic language. For example,
Someone might say, today was a total nightmare, or I'm having the worst day of my life. While this might be okay with very close friends, it can be seen as unprofessional or overly emotional at work.
it's also a good idea to avoid complaining about specific people or problems, unless you're speaking with someone who can help, like a manager or a trusted mentor. General phrases are usually safer. We started with our three key phrases. For a generally tiring day, we have, "It's been a bit of a long day."
For a day that just wasn't good, we can use the classic understatement, I've had better days.
And for professional situations involving difficult work, we have, "Things have been a little challenging."
And that's our lesson for today. We hope these phrases help you feel more confident when you need to share that you're having a tough day.